Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of PGA Tour 2K23. We are in round 2 of the Daybreak Classic at Old Marina Golf Club. We finished the first round at -2. Our rival Tony Finau finished his round at -5, putting us 3 shots behind him. And Tiger Woods is currently in the lead at -8. Let's kick off round 2 and see if we can get any closer to our rival and to the top of the leaderboard. Let's go golfing.
.2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Daybreak Classic is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this second round action. Hi everyone, Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam. And Rich, this player's trailing. Do they have to really step it up and get it going today?
Look, they're behind the leaders, but not by a lot. But I gotta say that they just haven't gotten it going yet. They are there because their putting has kind of kept it into it. The ball striking hasn't been great. The chipping hasn't been great, but they've made a bunch of putts. Something's got to change with the ball striking in order for them to remain in contention.
Can't wait to see what unfolds.
Could not be more perfect.
And let's see what he can do here today. Henny, what does that lie look like?
Oh, this might trigger a temper tantrum. This is not sitting nicely.
Well, this one looks like it's heading to the sand. And here we are with the third shot. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Starting the round at even par.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole play.
It's time for a one-shotter. Opting for the 5-iron.
Yeah, that was great wind management there.
This putt right on 12 feet to the hole.
This is tracking right into the front of this cup.
Steady on. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And this one will be for bogey. Currently 1 under for the event.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
And on the tee now, coming off the bogey. Might have a bit of a sting in the tail, I'd imagine.
Luke, if you're a fan of Pebble Beach Golf Links, you're absolutely going to love this hole. Just 444 yards from the back tees. Driver really isn't necessary, as there's out of bounds over on the right-hand side that comes into play in a hurry. Just avoid the bunkers on the left-hand side. Find the fairway. Second shot plays slightly uphill. It actually looks like an infinite edge pull. It's really difficult to judge distance control with that second shot. Still a great hole, one that you dearly love to make birdie on.
Found the green side rough. Still, not a bad spot. Didn't that look good for a long time? 6 feet remaining to the cup.
Yep, tracking nicely.
And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Playing their 4th shot. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. And that ensures that he's back to even par now. A chance to put last hole's bogey behind them here at this tee. This one looks to be headed towards the fairway. Playing this shot from around 220 yards here.
Puff of breeze moving this golf ball left to right.
opting for the 5-wood. Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
If it's up, it could be in.
And there's the eagle.
Oh, well hold for eagle. And that will take him to 2 under.
That'll erase the back-to-back bogeys and put us back on even par.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Let's see what happens here at the 5th. Wow, mate, that's some golf back there. An eagle. How good. Wow, what a shot. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Oh, look at this. Right down the throat. Well, not a bad approach, that one. Up onto the green. A couple of putts from there, and that'll be a pretty good hole. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. Ooh, right by the hole. This putt is from 14 feet. Tracking. And as they leave that hole, Rich, you'd imagine a little bit frustrated after such a great shot in. And now over to Tony Finau.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Nice putt to make that one. Give yourselves a pat on the back.
Oh yeah, that's huge. Oh, that celebration, that's a little spicy. I don't know if these two are going to be talking now.
Time to tee off at the 6th. Sitting at 2 under.
This one's heading towards the cabbage.
Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
Time now for the 4th shot. Boy, Rich, that was a big-time save, that one.
Not a good lie. Fortunate to hit the pin and go in.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? And here we are with their 4th. And this next putt, it's for bogey. That's a good putt to make, that one. Well, that's a shame. That'll drop them down the standings, that's for sure. Deep into the front 9. Here we are at the 7th hole. Good shot there. That's a fairway finder for sure. Henny, what's the player facing here?
Wind starting to get up, but it's helping, which is nice.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here.
They've chosen to club down on this one.
Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
That wasn't your best effort, was it? Trying to get to 2 under with this putt. Well, that's a nice line. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Now on the tee after a birdie, fired up and ready for more. Going with a 3-wood here. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Oh, that is simply brilliant. What a shot. That'll help make a big move. Oh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again.
Perfect distance, perfectly judged, and look at that. Straight in the hole.
We need to learn to do this as much as Tony does this. It would help us a long way.
Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot, currently sitting in the lead as we check the rest of the standings. Teeing off now on the 9th hole.
For those who like to work the golf ball from left to right, you're going to have to take a little bit of a chance by aiming over that hazard on the left-hand side. But if you find the fairway, boy, I tell you what, that's a fantastic feeling because this hole has got so much beauty. I love the second shot, the bunkers on the front, but I love how the green runs away on the left-hand side. The design of this hole, especially the green, is absolutely amazing.
Well, Rich, in the thick stuff here, not a good spot to be. Right into the water on that one. Playing their 4th shot. Opting for the 9-iron. That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. And now over to Tony Finau.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
It was on a good line. Let's return to live play now. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 20 feet from the cup. They'll be happy to get this in the hole. This for bogey. Get the fist pump ready. This looks like it's going in.
That's inside the range. And as we move along, it's Tiger on top of the leaderboard. This hole is a long par 4.
Gotta say, just some of the best rhythm in the game.
Setting up here, looking at an elevated green. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. That got a little out of control, I think.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
On the green now, but a bit of work left to do here. A chance to save the par if he can make this one.
Now that's how you roll the rock.
Now, nice to make a mid-range par putt. Currently a couple under for the event. Welcome to the tee of a par 4. Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes. From around 140 yards here.
Breeze coming right into his melon.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. A bit wild on approach there.
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
Well, that's a beautiful bunker shot there. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. Currently 2 under for the event. We have a par 3 on this one. Opting for the 6-iron. That was never really a comfortable shot for them, was it?
Greens in regulation today has been absolutely abysmal, and that is reflective on their scorecard.
Oh, get in. Second shot here on the 12th. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
Oh, that's too bad. This one for bogey. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a long par 4. You like that, didn't you? And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
This whole location for him, well, it's about 185 yards out.
Going with the 5-iron here. Left yourself an opportunity. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
Birdied their last hole.
Time now for the 4th shot. Big time play, that one, at the right time too.
Saving one there after being all over the parking lot, chipping in for the par.
Okay, steady now. This putt is about 8 feet.
So far, so good.
Wow, that's misjudged. And this one is for bogey. And it's back-to-back bogeys here. Got to turn this momentum around.
They're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Here we find ourselves on the tee of a par 4. Oh, that was flushed. Playing this shot from about 180 yards. Looks to be going with the 6-iron. Wonderfully played. Trying to get to 1 under here with this putt.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
This is a good chance. That's the way to bounce back. Good way to make up for the bogey at the last. And with it, he moves to 1 under par. And an opportunity awaits as they step onto this tee of the par 3. Going with the pitching wedge here. Second shot here on the 15th. How close was that to going down? Well, this would be a great par putt if he can make this. That's frustrating. 4 feet to the cup. That limits the damage. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Look who's stalking us all on top of the leaderboard. It's Tiger Woods. And now teeing off on this par 4 hole.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Lovely effort that. And taking aim from around 100 yards here. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Nicely done. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 16 feet from the cup.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
And with that, that's their 4th birdie. And that will take him to 1 under. Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard. Let's see what happens here at the 17th.
Every player is going to be salivating to get here. This could be the easiest hole by a long shot on this golf course. The fairway, massive, most generous fairway out here. Second shot, a little bit uphill, but let's face it, just 506 yards, slightly uphill. I promise you, every player in this field is thinking eagle and nothing but.
Not bad. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. And now over to Tony Finau.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Wow, what a save.
Oh, what a hole out. I'd love to say I'm surprised, but I'm not. This is just what they do.
Oh, good look at a birdie here.
Looks good.
And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. And the entire field looks up at that familiar sight and sees the name of Tiger Woods on top. Well, it's come down to this, the final hole. Welcome to the 18th. That's heading for the fairway. Opting for the 3-wood.
This one headed in the wrong direction, out to the right.
Didn't quite strike that as cleanly as they would have hoped.
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. This one started out on a good line. And with that putt, concludes this players round. So, 2 rounds in the books, Rich. Not a bad little day's work, I think.
No, and only 2 more to go. Looking forward to seeing what happens over the final 36.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now.
Well, we managed to stay even this round. We did drop a shot to Tony, who now has a 4-shot lead over us. The bogeys are still a problem, but we're going to manage to get through it And we made the cut for this tournament, so we're on to the next round. That's going to bring today's video to a close. Please give this video a like if you liked it, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.